What do Blake Lively, Meghan Markle, and Amber Heard all have in common? They've all earned their reputation as Hollywood's mean girls. And the public is simply done. I honestly think we're done with mean girls. Nobody likes them. We didn't like them in high school, and we don't like them in the real world. These three women have faced public backlash, not just for their actions, but for how they project my way or no way. Today we're breaking down their most infamous moments to show why mean girl approach no longer works in the age of authenticity. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, I'm Star Chairs, and in this channel we analyze videos through the lens of PR and tech. So let's start with Blake Lively. While she's beautiful, and you know what, I'm not even going to say beautiful because all of them are beautiful. In fact, let's start with the definition of what a mean girl is. This is what it says about a mean girl. A mean girl is typically a young woman or a girl who engages in unkind, bullying behavior towards others, often through gossip, spreading rumors, exclusion, or making hurtful comments, usually with the aim of elevating their status or exerting power and control over others. That really does sound like all these women that we're going to analyze. The term is commonly associated with high school social dynamics and is often used to describe someone who is manipulative and clingy. So let's start first with Blake Lively because she's been long celebrated in her fashion sense and polished image. Recent events have shown another side. And I honestly believe that it has taken this long to get to Blake Lively's side or other side for us to see it because she is a Nepo baby. I don't know if you ever encountered a Nepo worker. If you ever work with a Nepo worker, you realize that they tend to not get in trouble or they have special privileges. So this is why I think Blake Lively, they were able to kind of mask that she was a mean girl. People that worked directly with her could see it, but the public still couldn't see it. But the very first controversial thing I heard was her wedding, that it was on a plantation in 2012. Oh, of course, that's bad enough. But she compounded the issue with years of silence. It wasn't until she finally apologized, mainly because she was under public pressure that was completely unavoidable. But there's more. Recently, Blake Lively has made headlines everywhere because of her co-star Justin Baldoni during the film premiere. Rumors swirled that Blake insisted on sidelining Baldoni and his family, and that right there, when she did that, I couldn't believe it. When the receipts came out that she sent Baldoni's family to the basement on the premiere, I was like, oh no, she did not. I would have been livid. Sources even described Blake Lively's behavior as controlling, with one insider claiming it was Blake Lively's way or no way. Blake Lively does seem like it's her way or the highway. So it's gonna sound familiar because all of them have this. It's the kind of behavior that reminds us of Meghan Markle. More on her in a bit. The public is just tired of this mean girl energy because the lesson here, collaboration and respect matter. Especially when you're working in an industry built for relationships. And if you think about it, we all work in a field where we have to respect each other's boundaries. You give respect, you get respect. So with that said, let's go to Meghan Markle because it hasn't even been 30 days. January hasn't ended and Meghan Markle has been tumbling down hard because she has crafted an image as a champion of empowerment and mental health, and her actions often tell a different story. We have seen this in this channel and everywhere, that it's spilling over. Just like Blake, Meghan is frequently accused of operating my way or no way mindset. And people are starting to notice, and people are getting pretty fed up with the mean girl attitude. Take the royal drama, for example. Meghan's decision to break with royal protocol in her highly publicized interviews have often been framed as her standing up for herself. In the beginning, we were like, okay, we'll hear you out. Let's see what this is all about. But the more she spoke, the more everything crumbled underneath her because her approach usually alienates others and fosters division. That's mostly what she's doing every time she talks and opens her mouth or releases some kind of information. And the same attitude has spilled over to her professional life. Reports from staffers have described Meghan Markle as difficult to work with. And not only that, her demands allegedly created a toxic environment that people now need therapy. Therapy. That is not cheap. Much like Blake Lively's behavior, Meghan's actions suggest a need for control at all cost. And her control is not good, because her control is taking her down. But here's the thing, the public isn't buying it anymore. In today's world, people want to see leaders uplift and collaborate, not those who isolate and dominate. I believe these mean girls are just so used to getting their way that nobody was speaking about it. And now the veil is off and everybody can see it and nobody is liking it. Let's talk about the third one I have here, which is Amber Heard, because I heard it all in the comments, in the comment section. You guys always compare her to Amber Heard 2.0 and some 3.0, and it just cracks me up because it's true. Amber Heard is probably top 3. And this is why I added her as my number 3, because Amber's legal battles with Johnny Depp have overshadowed much of her career, if not all of it. But the way she handled public perception before and after events cemented her reputation as mean girl in Hollywood. I don't know if she was the OG. I'm sure she wasn't. I'm sure there's tons of mean girls in Hollywood. But at this moment, I'm only talking about the most recent ones. Throughout the trials, Amber was just so dismissive and sometimes even combative when it came to her case. And it didn't help her whatsoever. While legal battles are inherently messy, her inability to connect, just like Meghan Markle and Blake Lively, with the public made her come across unlikable and manipulative. We are seeing a pattern here. And her PR team, just like Meghan Markle's and Blake Lively, are struggling to shift the narrative to present them in a more sympathetic light or just human light. I keep saying this about Meghan Markle because I feel she doesn't know how to be human. But that's neither here or there. If you guys agree, let me know. Blake Lively, Meghan Markle, and Amber Heard all exemplify why the mean girl persona no longer resonates with our audience. Blake's controlling behavior and Meghan's divisive tendencies and Amber's combative image all share one common thread. They alienate the very people they're trying to connect with. This is why people are having a hard time connecting with any 3 of these ladies. Because honestly, we are in an era where authenticity, collaboration, and humility are important more than ever. The mean girl energy is simply outdated. And I continue to say this because Meghan is always trying to do outdated strategies, and the mean girl is one of them. The public is done and the message is clear. If you can't treat people with respect, don't expect support. So what do you think? Are we witnessing the end of the mean girl era in Hollywood? Let me know your thoughts and comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.